Once upon a time, in a small town in the heart of the countryside, there lived a man named Max. Max was a hardworking and determined person who always had big dreams and aspirations. He had always wanted to start his own business, but his fear of failure had always held him back. He had a good job, a comfortable life, and a nice house, but he knew deep down that he was capable of achieving so much more. Max had always been afraid of failure. He had a vivid imagination and was constantly playing out worst-case scenarios in his mind. He would often picture himself failing miserably and being left with nothing. His fear of failure had prevented him from taking risks and pursuing his dreams. Max knew that he was capable of so much more, but he just couldn't bring himself to take that first step. One day, Max had a wake-up call. He had been in a car accident and had narrowly escaped with his life. This experience made him realize how short life is and how important it is to pursue your dreams and live a life without regrets. Max realized that he had been holding himself back for far too long and that it was time to face his fear of failure head-on. After the accident, Max spent some time in the hospital recovering. During this time, he had a lot of time to think about his life and his dreams. He decided that he was going to take action and start his own business. He began to research and plan his business, and after months of hard work, he finally took the plunge and started his own company. The first few months were tough, with long hours and little income, but Max was determined to succeed. He worked tirelessly, pouring all of his energy and resources into his business. He made connections and attended networking events, and slowly but surely, his business began to grow. However, Max's fear of failure had not completely disappeared. There were times when he doubted himself and his abilities. There were times when he thought about giving up and going back to his old life, but he knew that he couldn't let his fear of failure hold him back any longer. He began to surround himself with positive and supportive people, and he worked hard to develop a strong support network. As Max's business began to grow, so did his confidence. He started to realize that failure was not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced as a learning opportunity. He learned that failure was simply a part of the journey to success, and that the most successful people in the world had all experienced failures at some point in their lives. Max discovered that his fear of failure had been holding him back for far too long. He had missed out on many opportunities because he was too afraid to take risks and put himself out there. He realized that life is too short to let fear hold you back, and that the only way to achieve your dreams is to push through your fears and take action. As Max's business continued to grow, he began to take on more and more responsibility. He hired a team of employees, and his company became a well-respected and successful player in the market. Max had overcome his fear of failure and had achieved his dream of starting his own business. Looking back on his journey, Max realized that the road to success is never easy. He had experienced many setbacks and failures along the way, but he had persevered and had never given up. Max's story is an inspiring example of what can be achieved when you conquer your fears and pursue your dreams. It shows that failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced as a necessary part of the journey to success. Max's story is a reminder that anything is possible if you have the courage to believe in yourself and take action. Max's success story didn't end with his business. He began to apply the lessons he had learned to other areas of his life. He started taking risks and trying new things, like traveling to new places, learning new skills, and pursuing new hobbies. He realized that life was full of opportunities, and he didn't want to miss out on any of them. Max's newfound confidence and resilience also helped him in his personal life. He had always struggled with social anxiety and had found it difficult to make friends. But now, he started to put himself out there and connect with people. He joined clubs and groups and volunteered for causes he cared about. He realized that he had a lot to offer and that he was a valuable member of his community. Through all of these experiences, Max continued to grow and develop as a person. He became more resilient, more confident, and more open-minded. He learned to embrace uncertainty and to see failures as opportunities for growth. He realized that there was no limit to what he could achieve if he had the courage to try. Max's success also inspired others. People in his community looked up to him and admired his courage and determination. They saw that it was possible to overcome their own fears and pursue their dreams. Max became a mentor and a role model for others, and he took great pride in helping others achieve their goals. Max's journey was not without its challenges. There were times when he wanted to give up and times when he doubted himself. But he never lost sight of his vision, and he never let his fear of failure hold him back. He continued to take risks and to push himself, and in doing so, he achieved things he never thought possible. As Max looks back on his life, he feels a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. He knows that he has achieved his dreams, and he has done so on his own terms. He has built a successful business, formed meaningful relationships, and pursued his passions. He has overcome his fear of failure and has learned to see life as an adventure full of possibilities. Max's story is a reminder that anything is possible if you have the courage to try. It shows that failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced as a necessary part of the journey to success. Max's journey was not easy, but it was worth it. He has achieved his dreams and has inspired others to do the same. Max's story is a testament to the power of courage, resilience, and determination, and it will continue to inspire others for years to come.